What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the AM, guys. Welcome back. So, I actually want to talk about tariffs today, believe it or not. And I actually want to talk about the economy and the market. However, one of the things I'm going to talk about is really how do you look and operate in things that are happening in society right now. So first, I think a lot of what's happening is you need healthy perspective, right? A lot of the news and a lot of the way the news runs is based off views. And you got to know what their objective is. What do they want from you? Everybody wants something from you. And you've got to know what people want from you. And what the news wants from you is views, and they want attention, okay? That being said, one of the biggest emotional responses for attention is fear. And I'm saying this not because as the market is shifting and as things are changing and as there's uncertainty coming up now, and by the way, there's always been uncertainty. It just didn't feel uncertain. Now all of a sudden it feels uncertain. Uncertainty is always there. It's just whether you're aware of it or not. Now that all of that has really come up at a higher level and has become, people have become more aware of it within society, you see things shift. You see things change. You see things actually begin to happen, either negative or positive. However, the biggest thing for what is happening right now, especially as the market's going down, right? And especially as the market's shifting and changing, especially as the tariffs and what's happening are going into effect and how global relationships are changing. Here's the things that matter that you need to focus on, okay? One, you can't stop the tariffs from happening, and you can't stop the market from going down. I can't, you can't. So let's do what we can with what we actually control and not worry about the things that we can't. So what can we control? Being good stewards with our money. That's something we can control. What else can we control? How we do business, how we do work, how we conduct ourselves. What else can we control? Our relationships. We can do that and stay in charge of that. What else can we control? Preparation and perspective. We can choose to see this as a good thing and as an opportunity, or we can choose to see this as the end of the world and freak out. Now, here's the thing. It's not the end of the world. I'm going to tell you that right now. Whatever's happening with the market is healthy and a good thing. The market has to correct, right? Markets have to correct. Everything ebbs and flows. And you look at the basic economic principles of how the world works, and how economics works. You need ebb and flow, just like tides, just like waves, in and out, up and down. And you need that. And there's healthiness to that. And I'm saying this because I think it's really important to see, oh, this isn't the end of the world. Yes, times may get harder. You may have to get smarter. That's okay. All that is work and thinking. It's not something that you already are not capable of doing right now. Are you as prepared as you want to be? Well, I don't know. That's up to you. Are you as prepared as you want to be for something like this? Let's just say the market goes down way farther than anybody's expecting or even wanting it to go, right? Let's just say it gets cut in half by 50%, which is huge, right? It's still not Great Depression, but it's huge, right? Are you as prepared as you want to be? Well, you may or may not. But guess what? You can't do anything about it now. So the only thing that's left is to move forward. It is so important to have that forward mindset in times like this, especially when things look bad. It's also important to look at things going, no, this is a great opportunity, right? This is a great opportunity. When the markets go down, this is when things go on sale. If you look at it from a fiscal standpoint, right? When Corona happened, one of the first things Andrew and I talked about was like, oh, wow, like we know like it's bad. We know lockdown's bad. However, you know what? There's going to be an opportunity to invest. And we looked at that from that perspective. We also looked at it as awesome. This is going to force us to change, improve, and get better. What do we need to learn? What lessons do we need to learn? What mindsets do we need to have to let this be absolutely beneficial to us? And it was great. We adapted really quickly for a lot of things. However, not everybody's always in the same position. But what I'm talking about is your mindset and your perspective, especially as fear and as the markets are shifting and fear is being pushed with stuff. The worst thing you can do is freak out. Okay, it's an emergency. The worst thing you can do during an emergency is freak out. The worst thing you can do in an emergency is run to fear, run to worry, and go, oh no, and just start running around versus pause, take a breath, think through it, be calm, and plan your next steps. And here's the thing, you can only do what's available to you to do. So it's always about what is the best available move that is open to you. That's it. And that's your next step. So what is the best thing that you do today? That's the best thing you could do for tomorrow. And that's all you've got. And so keep your head down, keep working, keep moving. And I guarantee you life is going to be okay. You've probably survived much worse than whatever's about to happen. Anyways, guys, that's it. I'll catch you later. Peace.